Alright, so as usual, before the chapter begins, or episode, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to read off a couple of things that I've gotten so far for chapter 3. So, Troll Funeral Rites, the long absence. The gaze of Great Mother Death is always upon us. Beneath her affectionate eye we fight our battles. We nurse our wounds, we shout out victories, we endure our sorrows, and when we fall, she is there. Her embrace is the silence of the mountain, the heavy peace of the stone. Approximately translated, a troll funeral is a sacred ritual, passed down by oral traditions from troll mother to son. It begins at sunset when the creation of the cairn, a small pile of stones to represent the many generations of trolls that have traveled and died before them. The foundation upon which the living stand. Weapons are divided amongst the trolls' closest comrades. The body and the rest of their possessions are burned, and through each viewer must speak to the life of the lost. The eulogy's candor would make a Monday blush. Vivian, Georgie's girl. Much of Vivian's past is unknown since she prefers not to talk about her life back in the homelands. She wanted to start fresh in Fabletown, but she finds herself working for Georgie at the Puddin' and Pie. It's not a terrible life. Georgie took a liking to Vivian, so he doesn't make her take jobs at the Open Arms. Instead, she plays hostess and helps Georgie ensure complete customer satisfaction. I'd say, she gets to be a lucky one then, in terms of that, because it seems like any of Georgie's girls gets to be abused in some way or manner. So anyway, here we go. It's the true beginning of episode 3, A Crooked Mile.
I did as well as I could to take out the buckshot, but there's still some shards left embedded in your shoulder. They'll eventually worm their way out on their own, but until they do, you're going to be sore.
Bigby, Dr. Swinehart was appointed Fabletown physician for a reason.
It's okay. There's only one thing you have to take away from all this. Take it easy. Don't go looking for any more fights.
I highly doubt that that's going to end up happening that way.
And try and get some rest.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is she?
She's fine, Bigby. I had everyone that got wounded sent home. Holly refused to let me see where she lived, so I left her and Grendel back at her bar with a dose of juniper and spring water. Just remember what I said. The stitches won't hold up if you continue to act like you normally do. Everything in moderation. And eat more chicken. Your blood pressure's through the proverbial roof.
I'll try to.
All right then. Very good.
Business office. I know, I'll have to call you back. The town is starting to find out.
Well, I'll leave you two to it then. Miss White, Bigby.
So, to recap...
Crane watched me through the magic mirror uncover his room at the Open Arms, and then he smashed it so we couldn't use it ourselves to go after him. And we know this because Buffkin was drinking in the rafters. That about cover it?
And once he puts all the pieces back together, it'll be easy to catch Crane. So, I guess that's the plan, currently.
Until we realize that there's not enough pieces to the mirror, right? Because I guarantee you...
That's the plan? Just wait for the mirror?
That's not the one that I wanted,
it's all
but
we have right now. What the hell is going on? I don't know what the Tweedles get out of this. I don't know if Crane sent them. I don't know if... I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but do you really think Crane did it? Everything points to him. I get it, but do you really think he killed those women? Because it's just... it's incomprehensible to me.
I think he killed Lily.
What I saw at the Open Arms, everything points to Crane murdering Lily. What isn't adding up for me is Faith. Why would he kill her? It doesn't seem connected.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. He was a conniver, a coward, a liar. And I'll always hate him for that. And I'll hate him for how he held me in his thoughts. But murdering prostitutes? Ow! Everything okay over there?
Yes, Miss White. Just cut myself on a piece of the glass. Nothing to worry about.
Thanks for tonight, by the way. That could have gone really terribly. I mean, even worse than it did.
I was gonna say, I think it went pretty bad.
I just feel bad for Holly, really.
Yeah. Time heals everything eventually. At least, I hope so, for her sake. Can I, ask you a question? It's kind of personal. And I don't want to offend you, but after tonight,
sure.
It's on my mind.
Sure.
It's just, when stuff hits the fan, like it did tonight, it feels like before we came to the city. It feels kind of like home. And I've heard it said that maybe in some tiny little bottled up way deep inside, you kind of enjoy it when things go wrong. Because it gives you an excuse to just, you know, stop pretending.
Why even bring this up?
I guess it doesn't matter.
Hey, guys? We have a problem.
What is it?
I can't finish the mirror. It's missing a piece.
Oh shit, who called it?
What do you mean, missing a piece?
Yes, it's,
Crane must have taken a shard with him.
Oh, I can't believe this.
What's up
I
with the
saw
boat floating?
Crane pick something up after he smashed it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize what it was until now.
Well, the mirror can't work unless it's whole.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Or what, Buffkin? What? We sit around and wait until it mends itself? We have no idea how long that will take. We're just gonna have to do this the hard way.
I'm just saying, waiting is an option.
No.
What is the hard way?
Can't depend on the mirror.
What exactly is the hard way?
We'll look through his things, his desk, everything.
Oh, that works for
He
me.
had to have left something that tells us where he's going. He's a neat freak, but he was never that smart.
Smart enough to take a piece of the mirror. We can still solve this ourselves. I know that
Never mind that. Come help me look.
Damn, we just shot him down. Kind of feel bad for the little guy. I guess we could go talk to him, but quite honestly, I don't think that there's much of anything that he's going to do for us that would end up really helping us. So I wonder if he has those tarot cards anymore. I don't know if you guys remember in... I think these are chapters that they're located in instead of episodes, right? Yes, I'm rather certain that it is. So in chapter 1, he doesn't have those tarot cards anymore. Even in chapter 2, I think he had those, but it doesn't seem like he has them around anymore. Maybe he took those with him too. Not that they're really important, I don't think. Oh my god, look at this. The room 207 key.
What is it?
It's the key to his room at the Open Arms.
You still haven't told me what was in there.
Do I want to?
to know. I need to know.
I'll tell
Crane
her.
was, paying Lily to live out a fantasy of him and you together. Forgive me if I spare you the details.
I keep thinking back. I keep replaying moments in my head. Interactions with him when he'd catch me in the elevator or bump into me outside. There's only so much you can repress, you know?
Yeah, well, we'll end up getting him.
Don't worry, Snow. We'll get him.
Come on, let's keep looking.
I don't know, there is some of this that it's kind of confusing as to why he would do it. Okay, do we just read this? I think we do. Okay, I'm just going to read these notes out then. Ichabod Crane, are there any updates on the extra funding I requested? As I explained in my last letter, the condition here could do with some improvement. I'm seeing some unrest from the residents, and I have to admit I can see why. The farm should not be a punishment. I'm sure you're busy, but I think this should be made a priority. Best, Wayland Smith. Okay, I don't really think that was too important. It had some relevance to it, but not to what we're doing right now. Dear Mr. Ichabod Crane, I am writing to ask again that you please send someone to fix the air conditioning on our unit. It's burning up in the apartment, and Pinocchio says his skin is splintering. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's something gross, and I'd really like it if you'd fix the air we asked you 3 months ago. At the very least, provide us a fan in the meantime. Sincerely, Boy Blue. That was extremely irrelevant. Hopefully this one has a little bit more relevance. Mr. Crane, you said you'd pay to have the plaster redone in my building after the last incident in 204. It's falling off the fucking walls. Please fix it. I can't rent out that room as it is, and I've already been waiting for days. Not to mention you already promised me you'd send someone to fix the big crack in the glass on the front door. Well, guess what? It's worse now. Get your shit together, Mr. Toad.
Did Crane ever do any work?
Of
Only
course he
when
didn't.
Cole was around.
Who's Cole? Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know who is Cole. But anyway, he would never do any physical work. Oh, a big secret book. The book of duties? Oh, that's creepy.
There's a page here that was torn out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you can
Buffy,
clearly tell.
Do you know what was here?
It's a ring, at least. Every magical item not retained in the armory is assigned to someone in Fabletown. It must be this witch he is going to see.
Wait, what? What witch? What meeting?
Well, he called up somebody. He said he needed to see his witch, or that he would need to get to the witch for that. Whoever that is. Well, yes, it sounded like the one he got his, glamours from. I'm sure it's about this ring. They must have it.
Why not mention this before?
No one asked me.
Buffkin!
And I'm hungover. I'm sorry. He set the meeting at 2 a.m. tonight.
Oh, shit. Really?
What's going on? Is the mirror fixed yet?
Bluebeard, this isn't the time.
Is the mirror fixed or isn't it? You called me
I called just to see if you knew where Crane could be, and that was it, okay? And I'm sorry I said anything more than that.
Well, you did, and I know. The cat's out of the bag. So, can we find the dull pervert or not?
I tried
This
to,
isn't
but...
your concern.
No, it can't be fixed. It's missing a piece.
This is none of Bluebeard's business, Bigby.
None of my business? Crane's the murderer. He escaped. It seems he spoiled your every attempt at locating him. And now it's none of my business?
We don't know if he's the murderer.
Oh, please. Of course he is.
Look, this just isn't the time. He took a piece of the mirror, so we can't use it.
The only thing we know is that Crane's going to see a witch at 2 o'clock.
Why in the world
AM.
would he tell him that?
A.M.
Listen, Bluebeard, you're not a part of this.
I don't think you're in any position to turn away help.
Why do you even care about this?
Why? I'm invested in this enterprise we call Fabletown. Literally invested, since it's mostly my money that keeps the whole thing running. And tonight I hear that Crane has been killing fables, and there's no system in place to catch him?
Look, we know that Crane is going to see a witch, and it's to acquire a magic ring.
What's the ring?
We don't know what it does or who it's assigned to since Crane tore its page out of the book.
This farce was your ridiculous idea for a plan. I mean, who put you in charge in the first place?
Fixing the mirror was the most logical
You're a
thing.
secretary! He's the sheriff! And none of you were chosen to run this office! Who elected you to make these decisions?
Nobody, but that
Who
doesn't...
elected her to spend my money?
Well, I've been doing
What
that
is he freaking
unofficially
out
for
about?
years now.
Unofficially is not officially.
I'm heading up the investigation, okay, Bluebeard? That makes this a moot point.
And somebody needs to run the business office while he does so.
Well then, excuse me for having the Commonwealth in mind.
Man, what a dick. I don't even understand
All right,
Bluebeard's...
let's just look on the bright side. We know Crane is going to see the witch that's been supplying him black market glamours.
Thanks to me.
And that he'll be there at 2. So that gives us a few short hours to find out who it is and where they live and get them all at once.
And a few shorter hours the more you babble about it.
We haven't been the ones babbling.
Yeah. Just point in the direction you want me to check first.
Since Lily used the glamours, she'd have known who the witch was, and I don't think Holly's burned her things yet. It would probably have the address or a phone number or something.
And Bigby is free to go there if he likes. But I think the question you should be asking is just what do the two Tweedles know about this?
It doesn't matter what they know. After tonight, they'd never go to their office.
They're not smart enough to try and go anywhere
The
else.
Trip Trap is the better option to track the witch down. That has to
I'll
be
do
our
both.
focus.
Look, chances are I'll have to swing by both anyways.
No, chances are you won't have time.
I don't really care what you two do. I'm going to his apartment.
What? You can't just go up there.
And why the hell not?
We already looked for the key, remember? I don't know where it is.
Then I'll pick the blasted lock! I've wasted enough time waiting for the mirror to find him. I won't waste any more.
You just can't go up there alone, all right?
I've no interest in nicking his drapes, my dear, if that's what concerns you.
What concerns me is you traipsing through possible evidence.
Oh, now it's evidence. Before you
Why
had
is
no
he even
interest,
involved
and
with
now
anything?
it's a
I don't
crime
stay
scene.
out of it, dude.
Bluebeard, just stay out of it, all right? You'll just mess things up further.
They can't get any more messed up.
We have to find the witch, Bluebeard, since that's where he's going.
Or the sniveling weasel chickened out. Never went anywhere. And is upstairs right now in his pitiful penthouse, crafting a fort out of couch cushions. Look, this is how a smart person would do it. So this is how we're going to do it. Wherever you go, I'll go to the other.
I don't like you going anywhere unsupervised. He's up to something. I don't know what it is, but we don't have the time to really worry about it now.
I would imagine he could hear her just say that, so I don't even know what
Where are
the
you
point
gonna
of
go, Bigby?
saying that to me was. But anyhow, quick decision right off the top of my head. Find the witch? Is that my verdict?
So you leave Crane alone, and we'll leave you alone.
I'd love to join you, but there's some business I need to attend to.
No, I'm better off dealing with things alone. I don't need sympathy and I don't need charity.
I definitely don't want to go to Holly's bar, because if I end up going there, she will absolutely tear me a new one. Dee's office kind of sounds promising, or Crane's apartment. It's either going to be this one or that one. I don't really know what's going to be in Crane's apartment necessarily. And Dee's office, we really haven't done much with them. Bluebeard might... I feel like there'll be more evidence in Crane's apartment than there is in Dee's office. So I think I'm going to go to his apartment to figure out stuff while he goes to Dee's office, because he will absolutely fuck their shit up. So
Crane's place
that's
is
what we're
right
doing.
here. I should check that out first.
Perfect. And I'll go to those two imbeciles' office.
Crane's penthouse number is 1903. Let me know what you find. I hope you know what you're doing.